Now, let's talk about your state and your focus. You become what you think about. If you're always thinking about negative things, you will become indicating negatively, and you would be stressed, because what you focus on, if you focus on your thoughts, beliefs, your internal representation of how the world should be. If you focus on that, it will impact the communication that you have with yourself. Let me explain. For example, if you focus on the fact that you are not good enough, you have a belief that says, "Oh, I'm not good enough." You will doubt yourself. You won't be confident, and you will communicate poorly with others. It's because you focus on that. You focus on your belief that says that you are not confident. You focus on the family idea that you are not confident. And if you focus on that, you are going to manifest that, really, to amplify that. That's why you say, you become what you think about, and you can take a highly confident person and you leave them in the room with me for 5 minutes and I can make them doubt themselves. How would I do that? I would ask questions such as, what do you lack? What are the things that make you not good enough? What are the things that make you bad at what you do? And I can make them doubt themselves. It's just a question of focus. So we have seen here that whatever you focus on, you are going to experience that, you are going to feel it. So right now, if you want to have more confidence, you can sense that it's about focusing on what makes you great versus what you lack. Focus on what makes you great. So, if instead of focusing on everything that you lack and why you're not good enough, why did you focus instead on what makes you great at what you do? Why you have value to give to people? Do you think that your communication would be better with others? If you focus on what makes you great rather than all the things that you lack, and why others are better, of course, because you will be able to build confidence. We'll see later in the course how can build confidence, but right now, I just want you to understand that when there is a situation, there is something you can always look at the positive side or the negative side. One side will build your confidence and the other one will destroy it. So always focus on the great things. I'm not saying to be positive all the time, but I want you to be aware that you have this positivity tool. It is there, and that can help you be more confident and change how you feel. Control. You focus with questions. So how can you control what you focus on? So you can ask yourself specific questions before social situation. So there is a PDF below, and you can make the etiquette, the exercise, and you will see that it can help you take control of what your focus when you are in a social situation. So the question that you can ask yourself is, what makes me a great asset in this situation? Why am I awesome? Who should I be in this situation to unleash my 100% potential? We are not yet changing who you are. We are just focusing and showing yourself that there is already greatness within you. It's like a chocolate box. That the chocolate is in the box, and now it's your time to just open the box and say, "Oh, I didn't know. I forgot that I had that chocolate. That's cherry chocolate. That white chocolate." And it's about rediscovering that you have power, that you are confident, that you are not some person. And by controlling your focus, it helps a lot. So with this PDF that is just below, what I encourage you to do is to donate it. And every morning when you wake up, you just take this PDF and you answer the questions and you see how you feel. You can even do that before a social situation. You have a meeting with your team. Just take a few minutes to just answer the questions and really feel the emotions. I would ask you to understand the 50% rule. So, the 50% rule is something that I have invented a few years ago. Basically, most people think that they control 100% of the interaction. They think that they can control what people will think of them, and if you think about that, it's an illusion. You cannot control what people think of you. Why is that? Because you don't control 100% of the interaction. You control only 50%. So, the only thing that you could do is that you could maximize your 50%. You could Improve your communication skills. You could be more aligned with the things that you want. You could be more aligned with your values. You could develop a personality that is attractive and you can be ultimately true to yourself. But that's what you can do. You cannot control how other people are going to perceive you. You can do your best to be the best person that you can. But some people will like you and others won't. So what is important here? It's important that you understand that most people will like you and some people won't. You can't control that. But do you prefer to be at the end of your life and look back and say, "Oh my God, I had an amazing life"? True to myself. Some people liked me and some people didn't. I do prefer to say, "Oh, I had a life where I was always adapting to everyone's demands because you cannot please everyone." Maybe someone will say, "Oh, that's what you are doing is amazing." And the other person we see that it's not great. You can't please everyone, but you can please yourself. So when you understand that instead of putting the focus on all the social situations that you don't control, ask yourself this question here. How can I give my best in that situation? How can I communicate in a charming, confident way? How can I be the best version of myself in that situation? And these are questions that are going to improve how you communicate with yourself, and then how you communicate with others. So here we have discussed about your focus. Now what about your state? What is your state? Your state is how you feel at any given moment. And it's in direct proportion with your focus. So when you feel not that confident, it's because you are focusing on things that are not activating confidence. Maybe you are focusing on things that you like. You are focusing on why you are not good enough, and that is triggering confidence, that is triggering feelings of not being confident. So for example, when you are feeling emotions that are not empowering you, for example, lack of confidence, you are not motivated, you are afraid, you are upset, or is not tempering emotions. First, I would like you to remember that there is a positive side of the coin. So always when there is a situation, and when you are feeling bad, you know that there is another side of the coin and that you could deactivate this emotion if you focus on the other side. So great question that you could ask yourself is, how would they behave if I were 100% confident? You just take a few minutes and you think, how would I behave if I were 100% confident? And with this question, you make as if you were confident, and as your emotion and your body is linked. You can activate confidence on comment. What is really amazing is that if you act as if you are confident, you are going to become confident. I know that it's instant confidence, and it's just here to give you a boost of confidence. But who doesn't want a boost of confidence from time to time? We are not talking here about lasting confidence. We'll see that later in the course. But here I want to give you a tour so that when you need that confidence, you are experiencing these negative emotions. What do you change your focus? You ask yourself this question here. How would I behave if I were 100% confident? And you can imagine that you have a cape. You put your shoulders back. You open your chest. You imagine that there is a string pulling you. Pulling the back of the arm of your head to the sky. You just imagine that you are Superwoman or Superman. And when you do that, it's tenuous, because by sending your body, by adopting a posture of someone who is confident, guess what? As your body and mind is linked, you are going to change how you perceive yourself in that moment, in time. So next time that you are feeling down, remember the Superman posture. Also, something that is really important is when you are sitting down at your desk. Most people, they don't open the chest, they don't put the shoulders back, but they have a position of someone who is not confident. It means that you close your chest and you put your shoulders down. And if you do that, you are going to trigger the emotions of not being confident. So be careful of how you sit as well in meetings, all when you are sitting at your desk. Another way when you feel down is to change you focus. You can ask yourself this question: how would I behave here? What if I were 1-2% confident? But also, you can move your body. You can have a more positive body language. So, for example, when you are crossing your arms, and cross your arms. If you are not smiling, smile. You can even ask yourself this question here: if I were experiencing more positive emotions right now, what would my body language be? And you do that. It's by changing how you use your body language that you are going to change how you feel. You focus what you focus on with the questions. And then you can also change how you feel with your body language. So, to recap, let's say that you are feeling down. What are the things that you should do? Ask yourself this question here: if I were more confident, how would I behave if I had to feel amazing emotions right now? How would my body language be? And then you do that. I knew that you are going to feel some resistance because when we are in a bad mood, we want to stay that bad mood. But take the time really to change your focus and to move your body and to have a more positive body language, and you will see that you will feel better. So right now, I have an advisory Alsatian exercise. So please close your eyes and picture a social situation where you feel stress and uncomfortable. Maybe you have one at work. It could be a home. It can be with people that you don't know. And I would like you to answer this question here on a scale between 0 to 10. How uncomfortable are you thinking about this in there? About this interaction or the situation? And then you write down the number, and now you open your eyes. And there is a PDF that is just below, and there are questions that will help you be more confident in that situation. So I would ask you just to download the PDF just below and to answer the questions. And then when you have done that, you can come back, and now I would like you to close your eyes again. And I will ask you this question here. If you think about that uncomfortable situation, and it's the same situation as before on a scale between 0 to 10, how uncomfortable are you? And when you think about that, I would ask you just to have the Superman posture. I would agree to open your chest, put your shoulders back, and think about that. I would like to, instead of focusing on everything that is making you stress, I would like you to focus on the positive side, on everything that makes you relaxed, comfortable, and excited to be in that situation. Maybe right now you're focusing on the bad things that could happen in that situation. But I would like you to focus on the positive side, on what are the great things that could come out of this interaction. And when you do that, ask yourself this question: on a scale between 0 to 10, how uncomfortable am I? And if you use the Superman posture, if you focus on the positive side instead of what makes you stressed, you should have a higher number. If you don't have a higher number, you can do this exercise again.